Okay guys, so today we're going to be going through 3 unnamed locations that I think are really worth a visit in Season 1 and probably most of you haven't really visited or haven't landed at, and I'm going to explain why they're so good and why you guys need to be using them more often. So let's get into the video. Before we get into the video, I want to remind you guys to use code Ripire in the item shop. We've got some amazing things to be picking up the next couple of weeks, and as Halloween approaches we've got more Halloween skins like this coming back, and not really my cup of tea, but I mean if you're into this, definitely use code Ripire in the item shop as seen on screen now, and it'll be really useful for the channel guys, so I really do appreciate you using that. So I'm going to be showing this video in the brand new bots sort of game mode, so if you haven't seen my previous video where I showed how to do a bots only game, then you'll definitely want to watch that before watching this fully. So that's what we're in now, we're in bot games, none of these are actually real players. So if we do find anyone at these locations, they aren't really anyone, so there'll probably be at least one bot per location we're going to go to today. But just remember that these are bots and they'll go literally wherever the map is, not like where any players are, not normally what players actually go to. So whenever I go somewhere and there's a bot there, then players probably won't be going there. So the first named location, or unnamed named location's weird, but it's probably one that you haven't really been to, and it's right down here, right next to between Weeping Woods and Holy Hedges, or Holly Hedges, I don't know. It's a really weird location because not many people even consider this as a location. It's just more of a solo shack almost, but I think it has got a name. I think it is like called the log mill or something like that. I don't know what its named, unnamed name thing is, but it's absolutely ridiculous from that. So this is probably the reason you guys clicked on the video, is just to see how you can get so many mats so quickly. You can get a full team fully kitted on wood within like a minute or two, if that, and you'll have excess wood for days. I mean, just look at this. It is absolutely ridiculous. There are pallets for days, there are logs for days, and this is not just outside, they're all inside as well. You get 60 wood from these all day. It's absolutely ridiculous how quickly you can get mats, especially compared to most of the locations on the map right now. They haven't really got too many mats accessible to them, so this place is absolutely a steal. If you guys are looking for that first victory royale, or just trying to land somewhere where you can practice your builds, or just have enough mats to get through the game, then this place is a definite drop. Because if you look, I'm already at like 700 mats, and it's been less than a minute. It's been absolutely insane. I mean, this place is absolutely ridiculous for mats. You can just build for days, and you always come back here, and I guarantee you there'll only be a maximum of one other team coming here. It's ridiculous how good this place is. So yeah, that's going to be my first on this list. So let's move on to the next location. Okay, so the second location is actually really close to Frenzy Farm, or Frenzy Fields, however you want to call it. I always call it Frenzy Fields because it's Fatal Fields, but it is actually called Frenzy Farm. But it's right here, just above it, super close to it. And yet, it seems to be like no one ever comes here. Whenever I'm in a public game, I only have maybe 1-2 people maximum come here, and it's so close to one of the hottest drops, if not the hottest drop in the game. So it's a great place to get looted up and then push in and pick off anyone who hasn't got a gun from the Frenzy Farm. It's a really good location because it's super well kitted out with loot, as well as it's got amazing mats because of all the orchard trees. It's got enough loot, I'd say, for a team to land here. It's not going to be amazing for everyone to get super good loot, but it's got enough, I think. Not many people come here, like I said. This is just a bot, remember guys, so I don't even know what this guy's doing. But yeah, it's also a really good location on the map, so you can even go Frenzy Farm, you can go up to Steamy Stacks, you can go up to Craggy Cliffs, you can go over to Pleasant Park over the bridge, and you're kind of near the centre of the map. It's actually a really good location. It's a bit out of the way, but also like within reach of most areas, so I definitely think this is a good spot. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't already. Okay, so the last location in this video is probably the worst, that's why it's been left to last, and it's actually right here at the top of the map. So it's actually kind of close to the last location that we had a look at, but the reason this is probably one of the worst out of these top 3 is it's just so far out of the way, and you have to go through the most densely packed probably place in the game. Well, it used to be in the old map, now it's not too bad, but every time I just say that Pleasant requires a blood sacrifice, just because every time I go through there with a team, at least one person will die, because it just requires blood, doesn't it? It's a rite of passage with Pleasant. You just can't get through it otherwise, and that's the problem. I think this location is just too high up on the map. If it's not as anywhere near as central as the other map locations that I've shown, and there's not really any place to go apart from Pleasant. That's why I don't really like it too much. You've got some of the islands which are alright, but they're going to be out of storm before you even know it, so it's not really worth going to those. I mean, it's alright for fishing if you have a fishing rod, but it's not the best location. But the reason I do recommend it for you to try out with a squad is because of how many houses there are, and you can each have at least one house each, which is always good. There's a lot of loot here to be had, and you're probably going to get it uncontested almost every time. But yeah, it's definitely going to be worth a visit regardless. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like and a comment, so I'll see you guys. Peace.